Na 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 na.
That's a beautiful start to this podcast, Nux.
Hey, don't forget to check out Rant Cafe wherever you get your podcasts, Spotify, iTunes, and so on. You can watch the episodes live as we make them on Twitch, links in the description. And of course, the links to all of our guests in each episode are in the description, so show them some love. What is up, everybody? It's Animac here from the YouTube and Twitch channel Anime Uproar, and welcome to another episode of the Rant Cafe Anime Podcast. This time, we're going to be talking about One Punch Man, and in particular, One Punch Man Season 2. It's been getting a lot of criticism after we've been waiting for it for years. So, with 2 episodes out, we're going to be talking about, does One Punch Man Season 2 suck? And if so, why? And if not, why not? And joining us today, we have Tekking101 back in the building.
Hey guys, I like the Animac offices here. It's a nice building. It's cool.
Yeah. We have free stuff. Also
Awesome,
joining
yeah.
us, Briggs from All Day Anime.
Always good to be here, man. I'm hyped to talk about it. Like, I understand where the outrage is coming from, but I still love my One Punch Man, so I'm down to get into the details.
Good, but don't spoil it. Also joining us, Nux, Taku, and see, I didn't forget anyone, Nux.
Very cool, Animac. There's a first time for everything.
And it's totally not because there's only 3 choices today.
Yeah. Well, when there gets to, 4 choices, Animac just starts. You
So
can't
it's-
count that high.
It's a little too much for him.
No one can. No one can.
No, you can't.
Most people can't. There are those, select few.
Well, at any rate, I'm really looking forward to this One Punch Man. Like I said, we've been waiting for it for many years for Season 2. I'm reading the manga now, catching up in the manga to the anime. Obviously, I've seen Season 1 and loved it. We all here are big fans of One Punch Man. I know Nux is a massive fan, Tekking as well. Briggs, pretty big. I don't know if he's as big as Nux, I think, but he's pretty big fan.
Dude,
So,
I thought
this
I
is
was just
gonna
kind
be
of
a
like a
big
little bit of a fan, but like, honestly, man, it's actually like climbing up there to one of my favorites.
Yes!
Ever since I read the manga, man, I've been fucking hyped.
One of us!
The webcomic is back as well now too, after many years of waiting for that. So
Ooh la la.
yes,
Let the force of love.
Sorry,
Okay, now-
Animac, to interrupt you there, but I just had to like jump in on that
No, you-
slander. I'm kidding.
you didn't interrupt. Go ahead. Who wants to start with this discussion?
So
I would like Lord Brigo to start.
I will. Start. Thank you very much, Nux Taku.
My pleasure.
Maybe you could start with what people have been criticizing in particular.
So that's what I was
and
gonna
then we
say.
go
So
into
yeah. Go
art.
ahead with that. I know the animation's been criticized. I don't know if it's anything more beyond that. So go ahead.
I think it's mainly the artwork and the animation.
Yeah.
So like having, I think his name is Murata or Miyata or something along those lines.
It's Murata.
Murata,
yes.
yeah. So he redrew One's webcomic, and it's an absolutely beautiful manga. And then so the artwork is nowhere near that, obviously. But then they downgraded from a Madhouse studio to, I think it's JC Staff now, and you can see the quality also plummeted as well. So I see where the outrage is coming from, but at the same time, like, there's a reason why One's webcomic still is like amazing, even though it kind of looks like crap. Is like the story and the character interactions and the comedy, every other aspect is amazing, and even the shitty art like actually adds to the comedy sometimes and actually makes it work. So I feel like, I don't know, for me anyway, personally, it sucks that it's not at that level, but I still think it's good, and I'm enjoying the shit out of it, you know?
Yeah.
So, like,
Me
I
too.
think such a large percent of the hate it's actually getting is coming from the fact that we had such a spectacularly animated Season 1.
Exactly.
Like, if this would have been what Season 1 looked like, everyone would have been, like, dying to see the next episode, because in the end of the day, it's fantastic.
It is.
For me-
Madhouse does this weird thing where they don't like to animate season 2s. They're
Yeah,
just
what
like,
the
no,
hell,
one
man?
and done and we're good. I'm like,
I want my no game, no life.
we lucked out with Hunter x Hunter though, because they managed to do the entire series on that.
Yeah,
That still looks
no,
beautiful.
But we're
Yeah.
still waiting on a sequel for that to animate the next arcs. We'll see if they
They
do
could
that.
make one. They could make one right now, but it would last like 10, 20 episodes with all the dialogue, maybe.
Yeah, the amount of episodes is irrelevant. It's just whether or
Yes.
not it's a season 1 or season 2. They never
Oh, I get you. Yeah.
Yeah,
they can't
that's
do
my
like
point.
another 12 episode season 2, but they could do another 100 episode season 1.
So,
You know?
After season 1 of One Punch Man ended, I'm like, all right. It was. I thought it was going to be the the exception because it did really well. So many people were talking about it. Like, I don't know if you guys remember when season 1 was airing, that like broke Facebook and the internet for where I was at. Like everyone was always posting about clips of it. I didn't catch them until like episode 5, but I'm like, holy crap, there's this new thing everybody's talking about, this new anime. I need to watch this. And I'm like, okay, maybe Madhouse will do season 2 because this is so popular. Nope.
Yeah, well, the thing is, there are certain things in this adaptation that is far worse than Madhouse's. Like, even aside from the base animation or how they design metal, like, I don't know why they make metal look like that, but the sound design does not compare either. It's like everything was so... There was, like, this guttural sound. It was, like, it reverberated, and I don't know. I was, like, losing my mind for some fights. Just the impact of the bass and the sound.
That was one thing I would criticize it for, because, you know, a Genos fight in season 1, okay, awesome theme. We all know Genos' theme. Genos' theme in season 2 sounds like it's underwater or something. Like, it doesn't quite get to that level that it did in season 1 for some reason, and I'm just, like, expecting a little bit more in this, like, action scene or something.
Yes, and also in season 1, like, for example, I don't know if this was in the manga or not, I doubt it, but there was a scene in episode 2 where Saitama was standing there after all the mosquitoes exploded.
Yeah,
he was standing there naked, and there was like this bit of smoke that was like coming up from the ground of this massive explosion, just barely covering his weenie. And as the smoke went out, a telephone pole fell to cover also, to censor it too. Like, it's like a little tiny thing that season 2 has not done yet. They didn't add those little gimmicks, those little humor, but I love it. It's amazing.
It is something cool. I will admit,
as much as you want to hate on it, I don't care. It was so good. Just with Fubuki sitting in the room, and then you have King walk in, and Saitama's saying, "Oh, hi, King." Oh, Saitama, you broke my controller. Oh, I'm sorry, my bad. And Fubuki's just losing it that all these S-class heroes are there. I don't know. It's a fantastic show. So,
okay.
I mean, it's a shame that the art style is slightly less.
I can't believe how you misrepresented that scene. Okay, what happened was Saitama borrowed King's game.
Oh boy!
He deleted his save file.
Memory stuff.
Oh my, his saved memory
which is the act of a devil.
Absolute tech master out of back.
Tech master.
And he also screwed up his buttons on the game. And King was like, "Oh, I see, that's cool." So King is freaking good guy.
He is a guy. Like, if someone came to me and said, "Matt, I borrowed your 3DS, and you know that Pokemon X that you caught every Pokemon on? I deleted that file, and I broke your 3DS." I'd be like, I wouldn't be as composed as King was.
What was amazing about that scene is Fubuki saying, you are stronger than me. I am B class, but there are some monsters, and even monsters of monsters, like on my mask, and like the strongest being, King, and then King walks in.
What's funny is most of the world views it like that. It's just Saitama's the weird one, just ends up like finding out the truth behind all these guys, and he's obviously stronger, so it's just
more
funny.
Than the truth. It's just it's everything's coming from a different perspective because he is the strongest guy, you know?
Yeah, to him, no one's like a big deal because he knows that he's the strongest and he just lives that life. But everyone else like puts the heroes up to be, you know, these amazing things. And everyone else is so obsessed with the statuses and the rankings, whereas Saitama is clearly not ranked where he should be.
Oh, no.
He doesn't even care. Not. He doesn't even report his
he doesn't give a shit
at this point.
No.
Right, like the only reason he's moving up in rank is because other people, like people that are like watching nearby, are actually reporting for him.
It's funny because he's doing the exact same thing he's always done when he wasn't a hero, and he's just like, "Oh, you should be a hero now." Okay, and he does, and he just keeps doing basically the same thing.
I don't.
And even the fight scene against Sonic, like that was an amazing fight.
I loved it.
Sonic, they make that massive explosion, and he's just standing there in front of Fubuki with this massive crater, like on the floor.
Yeah. And honestly,
amazing.
like sometimes I feel like the animation's actually decent. Like obviously, like it sucks at like a lot of the episode, but as long as they bring it up a notch for when it actually matters. Like when they were actually doing like the when Saitama did the hops or whatever, I thought it looked pretty good.
Yeah,
It looked pretty good, right?
I've seen that.
Yeah.
I've seen that with a lot of anime. It's just like the anime will be a standard level, but when it gets to like a fight scene, like, all right, this is where the budget went. Like you could tell.
And I feel like that's all they have to do for One Punch Man, because other than that, it's just a lot of dialogue and not moving and like comedic value and good interactions. But then when it is time for a fight, if they could just put their budget there, I think they could still get away with a great adaptation.
Yeah. So that's
I mean, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying it's not that this is a bad adaptation. It's that we're comparing it to Madhouse's god tier adaptation.
It's hard to one up Madhouse.
It's almost like we're disappointed.
Reading the manga now, and the manga is beautifully done. It's really, really well done.
Yeah,
it's funny because it is based on a webcomic that is very amateurishly done.
Oh, it is.
How dare you?
He gets better, but yeah, it's very crudely drawn. But it's one of those things you just get used to after a while.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying, and that's what I think Briggs was talking about too. It's like the main thing with One Punch Man is the comedy. Yes, it's action, but it's also the comedy. Like I don't
psychological narrative.
I don't go into One Punch Man expecting like a JoJo style fight, which are amazing. I go into it expecting some really good comedy, really good memes, and so far this season has definitely delivered. I loved King's introduction, the fact that he actually can't fight in real life, but he's better at fighting games than Saitama, and then Saitama getting frustrated when they're playing together, and King is like getting all the items, and Saitama's like, man, we're on the same team. Like, let me get this. He's like, don't worry, I'll beat them all for us.
And the one-man army.
Just the fact he's an otaku that's enough hilarity for the rest of my life. I still remember the first time I read that in the manga because I didn't know what was going to happen with his character, and I'm like, oh god, this is the best manga ever.
I can't remember if we like has it revealed yet how King became like the #1 hero?
It has been. Yeah, it has been.
It has.
Okay, I just didn't want to spoil it. I didn't know if it happened in later episodes
and it
or
even
it happened
showed
in the
it's
first
like
episode.
Where he got his big break is Saitama beating Vaccine Man in the first episode of the anime.
He was a dragon level threat, I believe. Like he was insanely strong.
Threat levels mean nothing.
Well, not to Saitama. Yeah.
The truth is that
we also met Garo, who's a relatively intimidating opponent.
Garo.
And what's hilarious about Garo is that even though like their A ranks there, first he beats 2 A rank guys with no problem. And the funniest thing is then you have the 3rd A rank who's even lower than the other 2 ranks.
Yeah, the blue flame.
The blue flame guy. And he's like, well, you think I'm gonna let you get through this? I'm like, dude, don't you realize you're about to get destroyed? You're 2 friends that
dude, you're wearing a Chinese outfit with some flamethrowers on your wrist. you just saw this guy
shoots a little flame out.
You just saw this dude break a guy's arm in like 17 different places in less than a second. I don't think you're going to be able to handle this.
Yeah. Honestly, Garo, like having read
his confidence because he's clearly like a total moron.
Oh, yeah, he is. He's just like, I got flamethrowers in my sleeves and I'm Blue Fire because my name is Blue Fire. And I shoot Blue Fire.
But it's the confidence that made it so amazing. It's like, well, I'm not gonna let you go any further. You've messed with the wrong person. Just like flaps like a chicken for a second and shoots a little fire.
My favorite is the 3rd A-class hero, who's Magic Man, who later he does like magic tricks, like he can pull like pigeons out of his stuff. He's rushing toward Garo, and Garo just strangles him, and it's like he doesn't even like perform my magic. Oh God!
No man, it's hilarious.
Spoilers.
Wait, Nox, I think you're tapping something, so try to fix that. Also, I think it's just hilarious, like reading the manga. There's a lot of bonus manga, by the way. I don't know if people are aware.
Oh, yeah. There's like in every volume.
There's some of the names of the heroes in the bonus manga. Like my favorite is the Grad School Grad.
Yes.
That is the name of one of the heroes in the manga.
I love One Punch Man.
Man, Garo, if that's how you pronounce his name, is honestly an amazing villain. I cannot wait to see more of him in the anime because like having read the manga, like he's fantastic.
Yeah. Oh, it's gonna be a bloodbath.
It's really nice that we're tackling this controversial topic, and all 4 of us have the same opinion.
Yeah, we all love
One
it.
Punch Man. Yeah.
Well, I feel like I know Tekking has the opinion that like he doesn't probably care, like I don't care that much about animation.
Yeah, I know. I watched the first episode. I liked it, and then some people were posting on Facebook, "Oh, look at Saitama's head in this one scene." I think that's the one that a lot of us have seen. Like he has this giant head.
Yeah.
And there's another one like comparing King from season 1 to season 2. His chin is like super sharp now, and I'm just like, I don't really mind those sort of things. I mean, you know, if you do, I mean, I can see why that would bother you if you did. I didn't even really notice it. I just kind of watched it. and enjoyed it.
Like Nux said, I feel like we're just kind of spoiled with the Madhouse adaptation. Like, I'm more disappointed than anything, but like, it's not gonna stop me from watching it. And enjoying it, you know, like.
Yeah, and I think the big thing with One Punch Man in the manga and in the anime, they often transition from like these like Sakuga moments to One Punch Man just looking all derpy, like a little, like a chibi character, right? So that's kind of part of the charm. It doesn't always have to be amazing animation. And yeah, well, I agree with you. The first season animation was much better. It's also like, think about it. Madhouse sucks for sequels. We may have been in a situation where either we switch studios and get a season 2, or we don't get a season 2 at all, like with No Game, No Life. So personally, I would much rather take the season 2, even if it's not as well animated, because again, One Punch Man is primarily about the comedy. It's about the memes. It's about the characters.
It's about the deep psychological narrative.
It's not like, Dragon Ball. It's not all action.
Exactly.
It's all philosophy.
There, I figured I look at it that way as well. It's just like, oh yeah, philosophy. There's a bunch of philosophy. Actually, there is between King and Saitama. There actually is. But anyway,
it's such a great. No one understands One Punch Man.
And the
Nux,
tragic,
it's okay, bro.
the tragic
Nux,
struggle of Saitama.
Continue discussing.
Nux, hold my hand, Nux. It'll be okay. It'll be all right, buddy.
You guys want to hear the only way Saitama could be more powerful?
If he had Hashirama cells injected into him. Did I do it right, Nux? Nux, did I do it right?
That was
amazing.
That was pretty good. But the only way Saitama could get more powerful is if you wore a tank top.
Oh, shit.
I cannot wait to see those scenes.
Spoilers, Briggs! He hasn't appeared yet. Well, he has, but not really.
Is it the tournament arc?
Not yet. We're getting there.
No, there's one line. I won't say it, but it's fucking amazing. Later
it is.
on.
I know which one you're talking about. It's great. Yeah.
Well, we do have Tank Top Tiger and Tank Top Black Hole,
and
both of those guys are
and Tank Top Vegetarian, who got his ass kicked at the end of the second episode. Yeah. Hey, he made it to A rank 9. A rank 9.
Well, obviously, the tank top is the perfect form of durability and protection. Like,
what's your tank top name? Tank Top Briggs or
Tank Top Brigo?
Tank Top Brigo.
Oh man,
I don't know what's yours.
I don't have the tank top, dude. I mean, I can hold on. Tank Top Tech. Yeah. Let's do this.
Yeah, and Genos, all the characters are so good. I honestly, the animation, it's like, okay, I'm more annoyed about the animation that people are annoyed about it than it actually annoys me watching it.
Yeah.
It's like, I would rather it got a better treatment for the show's sake, so the show itself could be treated as a better show by more people than it actually bothers me.
No, and you're right. I remember Tekking, you mentioned this earlier. I remember how big One Punch Man season 1 was. People who didn't even know what anime was were talking about it, watching it. Like mainstream celebrities. Like before they were even into anime, they were like, "Oh, this One Punch Man thing is hilarious." So yeah, it was pretty big.
Yeah. When it came out, I was the president at an anime club at my university, and we just loved One Punch Man so much. We watched it like the entire season. It was so great.
Oh, I've watched.
I think that everyone should watch all of One Punch Man daily.
Yeah, I mean every day, watch every episode. Yeah.
See, that's the Saitama training regimen right there.
It's only 4 hours. It would only be 4 hours.
10 push-ups, 10 sit-ups. Yeah, marathon that bastard.
Dude, I've been trying to go for. I want to do the One Punch Man routine. I just don't think I could do it.
Nux, can you please come up with your own tank top name? You're not getting away without doing that.
Tank Top Taku.
Wow.
Okay.
Tank Top Tekking. Tank Top Taku.
Tank Top Tekking. Yeah.
I feel like Tank Top Briggle sucks now. I need something with a T.
I'm gonna go with Tank Top Slavic Adonis.
Ooh, I like that. God. Cut out the Slavic. Just go Tank Top.
And then we got
Adonis.
Lord Brigo going with the Tank Top Twigo.
Oh. Wow. Well done, Nux. That's amazing.
I like that sound you made, Brigo.
Can we please get some fan art of Lord Twigo in a tank top? That would be epic.
Dude, I
don't know. I don't know if you're as you draw it, you might like burn
disintegrate
somehow. It's too much. It's too much power.
It's
called?
Like,
the
Lost Ark from Indiana Jones is like Lord Twigo without a shirt.
Yes.
You know how sometimes like at the beginning or end of like manga chapters they'll have like just like some like fun like crossover like pictures or whatever. There's one with Moomin Rider in a tank top, and it's my favorite thing ever.
Oh my god, I know which one you're talking about. Yeah, it is great.
Oh, by the way, did you notice that in the opening of One Punch Man of Mob Psycho Season 2, when you see Reagan, you know when all the characters are domino affecting, they're falling backwards?
Yes.
And knocking each other over? If you notice, Reagan's on his phone. His wallpaper on his phone is Saitama.
Yeah, I noticed that.
I've seen that.
Isn't that cool?
We saw that actually in the first episode of Mob Psycho. He uses his cell phone to light up something, and you see him on the phone.
Yeah, that's
it's hilarious. Yeah.
And also, Saitama wears a Mob Psycho shirt in the manga.
Does. Yes. It's almost like they were designed by the same person.
What?
No way. Yo, one is actually a fucking like mad lad. Like I can't believe he's created 2 like series that are like becoming like some of my favorites.
I wonder what his
time.
real name is. I'm so curious about that. Like, my name is just
obviously
one.
Slavic Adonis.
Oh, okay. All right. Thanks for clarifying. Japanese name, but thanks for clarifying.
Well, it doesn't have to be typical, bro. You got to think outside the box.
I just realized I have this Saitama pop figure, and I just noticed they gave him a shopping bag.
Whoa,
that's great.
That head is almost as bad as season 2 Saitama.
Yeah, it's getting up there. Yeah, Saitama has like hydrocephalus or something.
Do we know how many episodes we're getting?
I guess it's 12.
I think 12. I'm not sure. I don't know if it was
only
stated.
12 episodes.
I mean, they honestly they fit a lot of stuff in each episode. At least season 1 did. Season 1, 12 episodes. They got through 7 volumes in the manga.
Yeah.
In 12 episodes. That's pretty good.
I feel like they're gonna get through a lot as well. It just kind of sucks. Like at least if they have like worse animation, like top at the 24, you know.
Here's the thing. In the opening, I will say this. In the opening of season 2, which I love, I wanted to talk about the opening. There's a scene with Bang and Bomb that doesn't happen until like volume 16 in the manga.
Oh my god.
So we're going to get at least to that point. Otherwise, it'd be really weird to put it in the opening.
Yep.
Animek, I cut you off. What were you going to say?
Oh, I don't know now. You ruined it.
Too late.
Do you realize the timeline that we're in right now? We just had. I mean, maybe this is preachy. Maybe this is too sentimental. But we are living in a time where we had Mob Psycho season 2.
Yes.
One Punch Man season 2.
Yes.
And JoJo's part 5 in the closest proximity to each other possible.
I'm so glad I was born in 93 when I was. Can you imagine if we were born 100 years ago? We'd be farming shit right now.
Oh my god.
Dude, do you realize the insanity? Like 3 of the best anime of all time are going on right now?
Are you
3 of the top 10.
Are you claiming this is a sign that it's the end times that are near?
Truly the best generation, truly the best timeline.
And we're getting a Berserk chapter in like a week.
Oh my god, really?
Oh yeah, I have heard about that. I still have to read like how many chapters of Berserk are there? Like
300 something.
300 something. I have to read about 300 something to get caught up to where we are. But you know, I've read the first volume. That's something.
I've read like the first. I don't even know by chapters. I know by volumes. I'm on volume like 23.
Yeah, I'm on volume 2.
All right, you guys have a lot of work to do, team.
Yeah, just give me the entire series in like a sentence. Just ballpark it for me. I think that'll get me caught up to where I need to be.
All of Berserk.
Eye contact.
The only thing.
Thanks. I'm set. I'm set for this.
The only thing I'm worried about for One Punch Man season 2 that might turn people off is if it is only 12 episodes. Like we're probably gonna see very little of Saitama potentially.
Oh yeah. Like he's there in the tournament arc, but there are a lot of gaps where you don't see him.
I feel like the tournament might last a while because there's a lot of stuff that's going on while the tournament's going on, right? Like I don't want to dive too deep into it, but I did enjoy the part where they feature other heroes, especially even later on. Like you start to learn a lot more about the S-class heroes, and I think they're like fucking awesome, and it's really cool.
I like Suiru as a character. Like he was actually really cool.
You know, it's so sad. I don't know who that is.
He's the guy that Saitama fights in the tournament.
Oh, okay.
Suiru.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I know exactly which one. Like,
yeah.
I just can't get over
the database here.
Yes, I read the wikis for every series I talk about.
Yeah, he is literally.
I just can't get over because I just read that part in the manga when Moomin Rider is fighting the Deep Sea King and he uses Justice Crash.
Justice Crash.
Justice Crash.
Honestly,
we are not worthy.
And he uses another move right after that. He just lets out that scream and just goes to punch him. And it wasn't called that, but I like to say that's Justice Punch. And then the Sea King just.
Yo, and also, he used a move that I was very impressed by. It inspired me in my daily life. Stand up cycling. It's cycling while standing.
I think that's pretty overpowered. Not gonna
allowing
lie.
him to move faster than if he was sitting.
He did not use that in this particular fight.
He used it getting to the fight.
Otherwise, he wouldn't have even been there.
Yeah, he wouldn't have even shown up to save the day.
How can you have done a Justice Crash if you didn't do a stand-up cycling?
Stand-up cycling is that guy in the background that sets everything up, but doesn't get the glory.
Yeah, Saitama just stole it from him. He clearly weakened him all the way.
He was able to think about it this way. He was able to drive his bike while Saitama was on the back of it. Think about all that extra weight he had.
Yeah, Saitama weighs probably like at least 120 pounds.
That is a lot of pounds. I can't cycle with 120 pounds on me. That's a lot of weight.
But I was gonna say like 120 tons. How do you think he generates all that force in a punch? Clearly, he's the dentist.
And he's also wearing all that. He's also wearing all that gear on him. That has to be rather uncomfortable on hot days.
Oh yeah.
Can I just say right now that every character in One Punch Man is one of my favorite anime characters of all time?
Especially Fubuki.
Wait, who's
every single one.
Even Puri Puri Prisoner.
I love Puri Puri Prisoner. He understands me.
Nux, I think we might have to break up then. That's rather disheartening.
You don't like Puri Puri Prisoner? He's literally an angel.
The chapter we got, no spoilers, but the chapter we got with him a few weeks ago was the funniest shit I've ever read in a very long time.
Yeah, like the one, literally the last two chapters he was in. It's amazing.
That was, oh my god, funny. But yeah.
And
I just recently saw that bonus chapter about how he escaped from prison to go fight the Deep Sea King.
Yeah, now you know. That's what he does. That's what he does.
Yeah, man.
But how do you not love this show? I don't understand. What else I don't understand is how Metal Bat is S rank. Like the guy just has a baseball bat.
Metal Bat is a fucking beast, bro.
Oh, dude.
Oh my god.
Metal Bat's one of my favorite characters.
This is why one is incredible. Okay.
Oh god, it is such a cool fight that Metal Bat gets.
Dude,
we're gonna get it soon too. It's gonna be awesome.
The entire budget, like 99% of the budget, should go into that fight.
Oh, they really should.
So fucking badass, man.
What I think is going to, well, I'm not going to do that because that would be spoilers, but he is so good. I made all those videos talking about the S-Class heroes. Metal Bats was one of the most fun because it's just, he's such a pumping, hyping character.
Yeah.
You know? He reminds me of Yusuke too, so that also helps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the thing that, and I mean, I don't want to undersell how many people are upset about this whole animation thing because there are people who really take animation very seriously. Personally, I don't. And again, I don't understand that per se because I watch anime and read manga for the story primarily, and comedy ones like One Punch Man, I do it for the comedy. For example, even Briggs, you said that you had problems with the Attack on Titan manga early art, but I didn't at all. Like, I didn't mind it at all. So I'm definitely not that much of an animation guy. I mean, I guess beautiful animation can be appreciated.
Oh, yeah.
But I would rather get the season with not as good animation, but still get the characters doing what they do than, not get a season at all unless it's perfect and beautiful.
So
that's very rarely going to happen.
With what you're saying, I think the difference is I just didn't like One Punch Man and not One Punch Man. Oh my god, Attack on Titan enough. Like if I loved Attack on Titan, I could overlook it. But the fact that I just kind of liked it, I know it probably got a lot better later on. But like I was gonna continue from like the start from the beginning.
It took a long time for me to start feeling that Attack on Titan hype. It wasn't until like season 2 is when I started feeling it.
And plus, I prefer anime to manga. It's starting to change over the years. So it's like I already prefer to be animated. So now it's just like I'm looking at a still image. And then if the still image doesn't look good, it's like a double hitter. Which is actually kind of like the reverse effect on One Punch Man. Because they had good animation in the first season and a killer manga adaptation. And then we get this season 2 that's kind of like, it's just disappointing. So I could see where the outrage was coming from.
See, I'm the opposite of that. I really prefer reading manga to anime a lot of times.
It's a lot faster, which is why I've been
It's also kind of funny. If there's one moment I will say I did notice in the second episode of One Punch Man, it's that scene right after Saitama does the consecutive side jumps and Sonic's face is just what, huh? And it looked like they literally just took the scene from the manga, like a still shot of it, like, and it just showed it on the screen, like,
and it was beautiful.
It was beautiful
and
as well.
they
So they
could-
might as well just take it from the manga and plaster it on there. But I noticed what they did, and I'm like, I see.
They could
No,
still
I
do that though.
I totally
like,
get it.
Oh yeah,
And
they
I
do that
think
a lot.
with certain anime like Black Clover, like the manga is much better because the anime stretches things out way too long and all that stuff. But with that said, anime does have its unique ability to use music to evoke certain things that a manga cannot. And like, how do you have One Punch Man without nobody knows who he is?
Yeah.
Can't
That was even worse than
the
my
second-
Great Days cover.
The second opening is growing on me. I just love that shot with all the monsters in silhouette, and it's just like go no 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 no. I'm like, okay, I can feel this. I can feel this. This is cool.
well,
I
can't.
I like
you can't
One
compare
Punch
to
Man's
number one.
first
Oh
opening.
no,
I mean,
no,
like,
I can't. I've listened to so many covers of that first opening. It's
that first
insanity.
opening is amazing.
Yeah. That'll go down in Anime Hall of Fame probably
Yeah.
for best openings ever.
Next
Next
to
to
One
Great
Punch
Days.
Man for best anime ever.
Including
Next to
my
Great
cover.
Days. Did you hear that, Animac? Great Days. Better
Yo,
than Sono Chino Sadame.
Sono Chino Sadame. And
Yo! Tekking, we had this discussion last week, but what's your favorite opening in JoJo's?
Oh, which one did I say it was? That one. Great Days. No, I like no, Fighting Gold is a really good one.
Yes.
It is.
Yeah, I mean, Bloody Stream, which is Bloody Stream and Fighting Gold are done by the same band.
Yes.
So that makes sense. But those are probably my two favorites.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Not opening one. Sono Chino Sadame
No.
is not the best opening.
I mean, it's good. It gets you
it's
pumped.
great. I
know,
love
but
it, but
it's-
come
yeah.
on. Not as good
I
as
like
two.
opening one a lot more for the visuals, like that opening shot of all the different JoJos from parts one. Like
Yes.
it goes back in time and it's like here's where it all started. I'm like, that's pretty cool.
yeah.
Well, I'm trying to explain to Nux that it is also about the animation, not just about the song.
All right, so if you include the animation, what do you prefer?
Yeah, it's a full product, right? An opening.
I
Gotta
agree,
take
but
it
you the animation to opening 2 and Great Days. Great Days has the most amazing visuals.
How many openings are there for JoJo's?
Okay, to bring
9.
it back.
I
bring
think
it
all
about-
9 would have won the tournament.
I think I think that
Yeah, he's not-
Puri Prisoner should be a JoJo's character.
Dude. So like
I think he's
recent
the one that would
chapters-
fit the most out of the S class, I think, yeah.
So the recent chapters, I don't want to get into it too much, but like it kind of made me think about the world a little bit more. And you know how like the crab guy ate so much crab they turned into a crab monster, lizard
Yeah.
guy.
Oh
Yep.
my God, you're
Yep.
getting back to the philosophy.
Exactly.
Yep. I
But-
get it. I get it.
I love this part of One Punch Man. Or like in the first episode of season 2, the lizard guy's like,
Yeah,
I
the
like
lizard-
lizards so much, I became a lizard man. And I'm like, okay.
And
But
then
like-
he,
Tongue stretcher.
What's
And then he
really cool is
tries
like
to,
there's
like,
almost 3
go
different
for
routes you could take. Go ahead, Anime.
Yeah.
nothing. Go ahead.
So like the one with monsters, like you have this obsession and you actually like turn into a monster. But then there's like I've been noticing with the S class heroes is that like they're also like transforming and surpassing their limits, but in a different way than Saitama. Saitama like broke his limiter, while the S class heroes, I want to make a video about this and do research on it. The S class heroes are doing it in a similar way. Like we could see them transforming throughout the manga. It's actually crazy.
So I'm actually working on a video right now on the greatness of the power system of One Punch Man. The unknown power system of One Punch Man.
What do you mean, God Dragon mode? Or
What's
tier?
Dragon God Demon Tiger.
No,
Yeah.
that's not the power system. That's just like how they rank.
That's
Okay,
actually not
but-
even a good. Yeah,
I
I
was
made a
just
whole
joking.
video about the threat levels. Yeah, the threat level is just like how likely it is the monster to destroy an entire city. Like, what the threat is there. It doesn't have anything to do with power, but it's just like, how dangerous it is.
No, but Nux, when you make that video, I insist that you speculate what kinds of powers you and us here from Rank Cafe would have if we were in that world.
None of us would have any powers.
Nux would have the power to bring up JoJo's, and I would have the power to bring up One Piece.
I would get a
I-
stand, but the
I would
stand
throw
couldn't really
on-
do anything.
Tell you actually what I would do in that world. I would in One Punch Man. I would throw on a Power Rangers outfit and be a C class hero because I've always wanted to be a Power Ranger. That's probably what I would end up doing. Yeah,
And Animac would be Slavic Adonis.
Yes.
I could see the costume with my. I mean, you have the hair for it. I think it works.
I already am Slavic Adonis.
Right, of course.
We just don't know it.
Nice little
You do
JoJo
now.
pose there.
I still don't believe it.
Hey, Hosted Radio just hosted us. Thanks, man.
Holy crap, we've been hosted.
Yeah.
What's a hosted?
I don't even know. No, I'm
It's
kidding.
something cool. It's a good thing.
I think they
Thank you for hosting us, hosting radio.
I think it's
whatever
similar
that
to a
means.
raid, but yeah.
Okay. Well, whichever.
So Nux, by the way, I just want to say that I actually agree with you that there's a lot of interesting philosophy going on in One Punch Man. I know we joke, but it's
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I hate to cut you off. Before we get into the philosophy, I just wanted to have a time to bring up. I love that they nailed the jiggle physics for Fubuki. Okay, good. We're good. All right, go ahead.
I don't know what everyone's talking about. I thought the animation was pretty good when I saw that.
Yeah, I like that point. Yeah. Okay, so go ahead.
No, yeah, I just want to say that I agree with Nux, even though we tease him. Definitely, One Punch Man does have a lot of philosophical, social implications. That how that society reflects our own, and all that good stuff.
And even the comparison between King and Saitama is really cool.
Bro,
All of One Punch Man is philosophy. I'm not memeing at all.
Yeah, honestly,
Okay,
the tragic
think
depression that Saitama has by
he has chronic depression, and also the whole
God,
discussion of what it is to be a hero. And then you have King, who's not happy with his life despite the fame and fortune because he didn't accomplish anything with all that. Every single character has all of that.
Which I love about King in that regard, because he's an actual human being. King could easily be a douche that's just like, I have all this undeserved fame. All right, I'm just gonna roll with it. But he actually genuinely feels conflicted by it. He
hates it.
Yeah.
Did you see how happy?
Crushed.
Sorry, did you see how happy Saitama looked when he saved King in that flashback?
Yeah,
and then, like it's almost as though the struggle to achieve what he achieved was more fun than the actual achievement.
Yes,
now he's so strong,
right now,
he gets no thrill from it.
It's about the journey, not the destination.
Yo, that used to be my fucking corny fucking Instagram quote back in the day. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we've all had that. It's like, here's my tag, never give in. I'm like, all right, that works. Yeah.
Enjoy the little things.
As long as Oda doesn't pull one of those, it's about the journey, not the destination.
He's
no
confirmed.
One Piece. No!
Oda confirmed that's not what it is.
I know.
Oh my god, can you imagine that shit?
I feel like that's still going to be the feeling, though.
The One Piece is the friends you made along the way.
I made a joke about this. They open up this treasure chamber, and there's just a note tacked on the wall by Roger that said, "The journey and making friends was the real treasure." And I'm like,
it's like, I died for this.
Yep.
So obviously they can't make the One Piece that, but honestly, at the end of the day, the journey was the coolest part. That's what makes the story. That's what they're gonna value at the end of the day, not.
But they are gonna get a physical reward, which I'm excited for.
Yeah.
Oh man, I can't get a word in with you guys.
I'm sorry.
Imagine if Luffy, let's say Saitama, became the Pirate King in episode 1.
And then we get little flashbacks on how he became it later on.
Yeah, and he's like, well, and that's interesting about One Punch Man, right? It's a different dynamic. It's not the journey to become the strongest. He's already the strongest, and now what?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where they're gonna go with it, to be honest. How can they?
That's the beauty. Every single episode, you wonder how are they gonna do this again, and they do.
No, but even thinking long term, having read the manga, it's is there ever going to be an I haven't read the webcomic completely. Is there ever going to be an adversary that Saitama
I already told you
against?
my theory for how it'll end. Blast is gonna. I assume Blast did not show up yet in the manga.
We see him in a flashback, but we don't know what he actually looks like.
So I assume Blast is this ultimate hero. Okay. This super powerful ultimate hero that everyone no one has any chance against him. He's that strong.
So far, so good, yeah.
And Saitama is wait a second, this guy's the strongest being I've ever encountered. He might even be stronger than me. So Saitama wants to fight him, but then Saitama's like, but this guy's a hero. So should I be fighting him?
Should I become the villain?
Should I become the villain to find the fight that I so desire?
You want to know my theory on it?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Blast, we see him in a flashback with Tatsumaki. It was a long time ago. It was 18 years ago or something. There's a popular theory that oh, maybe Blast is Saitama. No, I don't think in that way, but it would be cool if it was you get, and it's One Punch Man, so you could get time travel or parallel universes involved. I think it would work perfectly fine. You get that involved, and it's Blast is a different version of Saitama, except he still has fun fighting and everything, and he has everything that Saitama doesn't, and the two have to fight. That would be.
You know, be a sick
Yeah.
twist.
Why would
You know,
they
be a
play-
sick
Yeah,
twist.
yeah.
Like obviously, I'm getting
It's
so
like
out of the
I still
box.
have because Blast still has his hair. Blast has black hair.
Yeah.
He's like, I have my black hair. I'm a hero. I'm just as strong as you, but I still have fun with it. And Saitama's like, huh?
No, wait, Tekking, I know this is like so out of the box, like, but off
No,
of
go
what
for
you
it.
said, imagine
Yep.
if Blast becomes the villain, but like the time travel thing is like Saitama's the hero fighting himself, the only other strongest person, and like Blast is the villain, or vice versa.
I've seen theories about that too. Like they've tackled this from every angle, and
It's kind of like BioShock. So the guy in one of the, I think it's BioShock Infinity or one, I don't remember the name.
Infinite. I think
Infinite.
BioShock Infinite.
There we go. The entire time you're like going towards like you're fighting towards like this evil villain boss thing, and it ends up being you in the end, just a different version type of thing.
Yeah. Somebody in the chat said the theory, and this is going to sound like a joke, but it would fit perfectly well. Blast is the version of Saitama that did the 99 push-ups, 99 sit-ups, and only 4.99 kilometers of running a day. But I think that would fit as a joke in the series. That kind of falls in line with the level of comedy, you know?
I think, with all due respect to your theories, you're all wrong.
Okay. All right. Let's enlighten me.
This is Lord Twigo.
No.
All right. Damn it.
Saitama is clearly King's stand.
Shit. Why didn't I think of that?
Think about it. Saitama shows up whenever King's in trouble and saves him. And because King is so weak, his stand is so strong.
I think Tekking's thing theory kind of makes sense, because like Saitama's the strongest. He has no other opponent that could be at his level other than himself.
Yeah, we all look to Blast as like, okay, if there's any single entity in this story that's going to actually be able to, fight Saitama equally, it would have to be Blast, because he's such an enigma. Well, there is another character, but spoilers.
What I'm thinking is that someone else is surpasses their limits, because I'm seeing a huge trend within the manga of monsters like transforming, these S-class heroes transforming along the way, and I think Saitama already removed his limiter, but these other beings are on their way to removing the limiter, so potentially a villain or a hero removing their limiter type of thing could be an end boss.
Yeah, I get you.
I would say, well, when Saitama is the strongest in the world, they're gonna get someone from outer space, but they already
did that, and he got fucked.
Yeah, he got fucked.
The beauty of Boros is he is essentially a Saitama. Like, he goes around searching for an opponent that he could fight, because he also fell into this depressed state where he was just way too strong and way too powerful. So he got a prophecy to go fight Saitama, and Saitama annihilates him.
Yep.
Oh my god. It's all a matter of perspective. Every character in one
Saitama would actually be really good.
What? Oh yeah. I mean...
Oh goddamn.
All right. Well, let's go down this rabbit hole.
All right, let's do it. So, tomorrow, everyone watching, you guys should all check my link in the description or whatever if you're watching on YouTube, because tomorrow on my channel I have Goku versus Saitama, who is stronger. The pointless debate.
Briggs, I've been down this road before. I made a video called Saitama versus everyone, so be prepared. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, dude!
Once you go down that rabbit hole.
The funny thing about both of them is that both of them want to find a worthy opponent.
Exactly.
So they are cool characters that compatible with each other. But in terms of getting into the actual power scaling of two completely different worlds, yeah, good luck with that.
Well,
oh god, yeah.
I don't want to spoil my video, but pretty much I don't think Saitama could be power scaled.
How about
everyone who's attempted to, you can't power scale him. I don't want to spoil. No spoiling.
That's all right. It's fair. How about we just say, hold on, I'm looking around. Pikachu defeats Goku and Saitama. Let's just go with that. All right, cool.
Well, he beat up freaking Onyx.
He did, and yet lost to a Snivy.
Oh my god! Don't even talk about that. That just triggers.
Hey Nux, remember that guy? Nux, who is that guy in Diamond and Pearl? His name starts with a P. Yeah, he was like a background character.
Wasn't that good, honestly?
Nobody knows anything about that guy.
Yeah. Because no one understands Paul. Hence the video.
Paul is my middle name, good sir. I understand Paul.
That's pretty sick. You should have called your channel Matt Paul.
Well, 10 years ago, I didn't know I probably would have called it something different if I knew I was gonna get to this point.
Wait,
Well,
so
you should
are
collab with like
Pauls?
Jake.
Huh?
Jake, Logan, and Matt.
I am a
Yeah.
Paul, unfortunately. Yes, Matt.
You're one of the Pauls, bro. I can't believe
Damn it! I'm the lost Paul twin.
Tekking and YouTube drama.
I
Don't
hate
mix.
you guys.
The Paul
Why
twins.
did you make me think of that? Oh, okay.
You never thought of that?
No, I don't like them. I don't watch their channels. Whatever.
Well, then you're probably one of those flat Earth haters.
I'm glad I went with Tekking though, because it's like a nonsense word. It's a word I invented, kind of. So it's all right. I'll roll with it.
I wish my channel was just named Briggs at this point, or Briggs.
Yeah,
ADA.
I said I'm the third twin. Yeah, that doesn't even make any sense.
The third twin. They're not twins. That becomes triplets.
They're not.
All forms of plot holes with that sentence.
So I think the consensus here that I'm hearing from us,
we like it.
We all agree that One Punch Man Season 2 doesn't have as good animation as Season 1. We all wish it did have better animation. However, we are still thoroughly enjoying Season 2, right?
Absolutely.
I would say that is a definite 10-4 there, partner.
After finishing both episodes, I'm just like, I need more, and like I want to read the manga again, but I already read it, and like I think I'm just gonna read the webcomic. But like I'm still gonna keep up with the second season regardless, because I like to see it animated, and it's just another way to enjoy the medium, right?
Yes, if you're one of those people who's maybe hasn't picked up Season 2 yet, and you've been hearing a lot of people talk about that it's bad, definitely we would recommend to still give it a chance. And again, remember, it's about the comedy, it's about the characters. It's not that bad. Personally, to me, like, yeah, I can see a difference. Like, there's definitely a difference in the animation, but it's not distractingly bad or anything like that for me. Personally, I didn't have any moments where I paused it. I'm like, that sucked. I was like, I'm enjoying this.
Well,
like,
I paused it once to take a screenshot. I was going to put it on Twitter, but I actually forgot. Now that you reminded me. It's a screenshot where Fubuki is saying that I will kill you so hard you will die.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yep.
And I was like, oh my god, they did it.
Good reference. Or maybe just a fuck up, but I think
welcome to die.
No, that was for sure.
Welcome.
Yeah, it's definitely a thing.
By the way, Yellow Flash 98 in the chat says, you Rankafe guys are great, unlike those Sakuga elitists on Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah, Twitter is...
Oh my god, I
don't know what this is.
I posted on Twitter that I don't remember the exact words of the tweet, but it was something along the lines of, I like One Punch Man, quit being negative and appreciate what you have. And I had a lot of people say like, yeah, I agree, good on you. I had Animac, of course, do like, this beautifully structured sentence like, I liked both episodes equally thus far, period. Like one of those.
Yeah.
And everyone else was positive, it seemed, except I had a few people saying like, so you're not allowed to criticize things anymore? What are you saying? You can criticize it all you want, but enjoy it, man. Yeah, dude.
Like I at the bottom of it, I get to this. It's like, hey, look, you don't get to choose, like how many animated versions of a manga there are. It's like there's usually just one, and it's like you just basically take it or leave it, And I'm just like, all right, well, it's better than nothing. I'll watch it.
Exactly, and I think I feel like I'm actually kind of known for being like, just go read the manga. Like this adaptation isn't like that great type of thing for One Piece, for Black Clover, for a lot of series.
But the difference is like, here's the biggest difference between them to me. The pacing in One Punch Man Season 2 is good. Yes, so even if the animation's not the greatest and the sound design is pretty bad,
it's pretty much just following the manga directly. It's following
right. You don't have Black Clover. In Black Clover, you can get a full episode, which is just the backstory of a random character that's like one panel of manga.
Yeah,
it's like they just did that a few episodes ago with one of the captains. I don't even know.
I'm interested in who was it?
Who was it? Vengeance?
Did
they do that?
Like,
I don't know. I don't remember.
I would be cool with his backstory, I guess. I suppose.
Yeah, but you get the whole backstory in the manga. It's just like drawn out in the anime.
Yeah, well, they do that all the time. Yeah, it's just like, all right, we got 3 panels of this in the manga. We can make a whole episode out of that.
Do you remember the festival between Mario Leona training them and the witch forest arc? That little festival. It was like one chapter where they go in, they announce the scores of all the guilds and all that. So that was like 5-6 episodes.
Dude, I remember there was an episode of Fairy Tail when they were doing that tournament, and they just had an entire episode where everyone just skimps into swimming suits and just that's the episode.
Yeah, but
it's like
let's be honest. Let's be honest.
Okay,
that episode was amazing.
Oh, I've taken some screenshots of it, but you know.
No, but that episode was great because it's like Mira Jane was against some girl. I don't even remember who.
Oh, I know her name. I'm gonna lose my credit as like
it was Sabretooth.
No, she was up against a member of Blue Pegasus.
Oh yeah.
Who was the?
Yeah,
other,
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, and they were like, "Well, you're considered like the witch that's on the cover in all the magazines. Well, let's see who's hotter. How about instead of a fight to the death, it's a fight to the breast?" No, that's not what they actually say. But that
was Jenny. Someone in the chat said it. I failed you. Damn it, it was Jenny.
Yeah, and everyone and then they just bring down all the women.
Yep. Everybody's that's like, hey guys, I know we're having this tournament right now and everything, but all the women in the crowd, you brought swimsuits, right? I'm like, well, yes, of course we did. I'm like, okay.
I saw that. Even I saw that episode. Now I remember that.
Yeah, Fairy Tail.
Apparently the tournament's really good.
That in the subtitles recently, Gray, there's like this massive lightning bolt coming down in the distance, and Gray's like, it looks like it's cloudy with a chance of Loxtis.
Oh god, you never know punny anime until you watch the Toriko anime English dubbed. They add these really stupid food puns. Like, what the fondue? Or it's horrible. But
I'll
it's
use my
like,
trusty frying pan as a drying pan.
Dude, it is that stupid. It is that stupid. I was like, oh, what was it? One time Toriko was in this fog. He's like, I can't see a clam thing. I'm like, oh, what the? Oh, it physically hurts to watch it, but yeah.
In other news, to everyone that if there's one takeaway message from this stream, it's not that we all love One Punch Man, Mob Psycho, and JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, but it's also...
Mob Psycho doesn't have a lot of problems to it. I would go with that being pretty damn near perfect. It is an awesome series.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
But you should all watch Shokugeki no Soma. Thank you all so much for coming. It's been a pleasure.
Wow.
Food puns all day.
I haven't watched it yet.
Really? Dude, it's actually in my top 10.
God. It's right up your alley.
I'm sure I would love it. Yeah, I know. I've seen up to like episode 5. I've seen copious amounts of boobs and food. I'm sure I would like it.
It gets better.
Yeah.
No, I want to watch it when you're saying boobs.
Matt, watch Food Wars. I'll get to it at some point.
But one thing I will say, and the way I always think about it is, if you could get, let's say, The Devil's a Part-Timer, or No Game No Life. Like, I don't personally care about No Game No Life, but a lot of people do. Season 2. And if they said, but it will be done by a more budget studio, so the animation won't be great, but you'll get it.
Did Madhouse do A Devil is a Part-Timer?
Madhouse did No Game No Life. I don't know who did.
Okay, yeah, because I really liked The Devil is a Part-Timer.
Yeah, the point is there was no season 2. So if you get a season 2 for those shows, but the animation's not perfect, would you still say yes, or would you say no? You would say yes.
100%.
Yes, of course you would. Yeah, of course you would. Yeah.
Especially with something like Devil's a Part-Timer, or even No Game No Life. Like, the animation's not that important.
Devil's a Part-Timer was made by White Fox.
Okay. Yeah, they're still pretty good though.
Yeah, they're pretty.
That's a great anime.
And yeah, like what we were talking about earlier though, like it's not like the pacing's bad or like it's literally just people are complaining about the art and animation, which I understand.
And what's really saddening me, like for example, you look at the score on Mal and it's below an 8 for One Punch Man season 2.
What?
That's
Are you kidding?
Fucked. I'm gonna go rate it right now.
That's that is just hate bullshit, man. Sword Art Online was like a 9.4 when it was coming out initially.
And also this is a sequel. Like, let's not kid ourselves. Sequels are always like higher rated, and this is below an 8.
Yeah, that's definitely not fair. Come on.
Again, that's comparing it. That's saying I'm personally upset that it's not being animated as well as season 1, so I will therefore say it is absolute garbage.
And you're not looking at it as a separate entity at all, right? You're just comparing.
I mean, I would give season 1 like a 9.9 out of 10, and I would give this a 9.9 out of 10. Hell yes! One Punch Man, top 10 anime of all time. Period.
I mean, I don't know if I'd give it a 9.9, but I think, like, regardless, it's over an 8.
I want to wait to see how they're going to animate Pooty Prisoner, but
Ooh.
I need to hit 500k subs so I can make my top 50 anime list. So therefore, when everyone says, Nux, how come every anime is in your top 10 anime of all time? Then I will have the definitive answers.
Yeah. Dude,
Number
I'm
1,
the
number
same way.
10, every shonen. Number 9, every seinen. Number 8.
Right? But I'll have you know, I already made the list. So mostly, I still have to tweak a few things. But
people,
when I say One Punch Man's in top 10, that means it's in the top 10.
it's 10, isn't it?
No.
It's 9, isn't it?
Let's not do this.
It's 8, isn't it?
Oh, man. In any case.
The point is, Nux, you want to read some reviews, bro?
Hell yeah, I love reviews.
The reviews are fun.
Yeah, let's have Nux read them for once. Also,
I don't know how to find them.
I'll send you the link on Twitter.
No.
Oh, he's got you covered, buddy. Don't
All right,
worry.
it's okay. If I have an excuse to talk, I can handle it.
We're almost at 200 ratings on iTunes, so if you want to support the podcast, definitely.
Hey, I'm opening my Twitter. Send me a link on Twitter.
Make it this one.
Oh my God, I got followed by Dan Benson. You ever heard of him?
Who's Dan Benson?
He's the voice of Ethan from Rick and Morty.
Dan Benson? Oh, shit.
Yeah, he just said he wants to email me.
Cool.
Who's Ethan from Rick and Morty?
He's Summer's boyfriend.
Oh, Summer's boyfriend. Okay, yeah. Hey, Ethan, your s'more is burning. What's up, Ethan?
Nice job, Ethan. Keep it up.
Thanks for the bit.
All right, so what am I looking for again? What am I looking for?
Reviews.
Reviews. I sent you the link on Twitter.
Yeah, but there's a million of them.
Well, you're looking at the latest ones that are not before last week. So after last week. So less than 7 days old.
Okay, never fear. All is good.
That's like an eternity in Twitter time.
All right, so this one is 5 stars. It says amazing. This podcast is amazing. Definitely the highlight of my week, for sure. I don't have many friends who are into anime, and the ones that are definitely aren't into it as much as me. Like, my friend thinks that Philo is best girl. Who's Philo? Oh, Philo!
Oh, from Shield Hero. Yes.
Shield Hero.
Yes.
What a loser, right?
Well, I mean, if you want to have sex with a chicken, that's a lolly. I mean, hey, man.
Yeah, anyway, but this podcast just feels like I'm getting together with a bunch of friends who understand my interest, and it's kind of cathartic, I guess. You know it's good when you're sad if any of the usuals are gone. If Nux misses a week, it's sad, and I feel the same way for Briggs and Animac.
The way you read that is going to be so much better.
Thanks, Brady. Thanks.
Everyone, it's not finished yet. Everyone who shows up to talk on the podcast is amazing. Your guys' banter never fails to make me laugh. You guys also give me a new perspective on many shows I love. Animac's analysis and teachings of philosophy and anime is always a treat to listen to, especially when he doesn't notice the brilliant philosophy of One Punch Man.
I do notice it.
Hey, don't yell at me. It's. I'm just reading between the lines of the review.
Not in the review.
Plus, it makes me so much more motivated to watch anime / read manga. Black Clover is amazing, and Nux definitely helped me with watching that, along with Made in Abyss. Yes. By the way, Made in Abyss, the manga is amazing. I'm reading it right now. It's like God tier. Briggs is amazing too. How he somehow relates everything back to One Piece is so funny. Love the podcast. You guys are great. Thank you, Rant Cafe. Very cool. That's pretty sick.
Well, you know what, Brady? You at me on Twitter, Anime Uproar, and you'll get a free shirt from animeuproar.com. Nux, thank you for that review. Nux, do not read a simple riddle for Animac.
A simple riddle for Animac is the next review. Read it. I will read it. Never fear. Never fear. I'm doing my job. I'm small, but not weak. Have 2 eyes, but you can only see one. Have a point on the top of my hat, and I'm definitely a viable option. What am I? Hint, I rhyme with Schmegaman.
This is tough. This is tough.
I love this.
I'm gonna say darkness.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, Kamuzamu, for that clever review.
All right.
You know what? That fire that happened, I saw some memes with like Megamine running away from it.
Yeah, Megamine.
That, but it sounds funny.
I mean, it was
okay,
a pretty good meme.
read the one that says Nux is Aqua, and here's
Will
why.
do. Nux is Aqua, and here's why. 5 stars. Everyone compares this. I love how the Konosuba memes are going strong, because Konosuba is, like, amazing. Everyone compares this series to an anime, so I'll compare it to Konosuba, because Anime Uproar is Kazuma, always annoyed at Nux, who's Aqua. Not because he's useless, but because the fan base is a freaking cult. And, of course, Anime Recon is Darkness. Clearly a masochist because everyone makes fun of him and he keeps coming back. P.S. Love y'all, and may Lord Twigo-sama ever be in your favor. Be ever in your favor. Nice.
I now grant you the safe passage. Yes, Twigo-sama.
And the name of this guy is Kirito. Okay, no, please help.
All right,
That's
the
good.
next
That's
one
fine.
is. Should I keep reading him?
I mean,
Keep
it's
it
up to you,
rolling.
but yeah, we have some guy just complaining about how the opening for JoJo's wasn't the best one. Just accept it.
What?
It wasn't the best one, but it's the
Fighting
only one that was in the
gold.
bracket.
Yeah, I'm with. This guy gives 4 stars for that reason, and honestly, I hear it. I hear it.
I agree.
I would have also given 4 stars somehow.
I mean, based off that one thing.
Anyway, Nox, how about you don't miss the ones where I keep fighting for Black Clover and then everyone complains?
Yeah, sorry, man. My bad.
So
All
we
right, so
got
this
Red-
one is 5 stars. It says, "Yeehaw, I am a cowboy." So that's pretty sick.
Well, I
Oh,
appreciate
sweet.
that.
We have the cowboy demographic. You're set, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah, and the space cowboy demographic.
Oh, I get it.
The next one is I don't know anymore. Nux says, I don't know how this is structured. Nux, I love Digimon so much. I will now turn in my weeb card because I love anime like Data Live and High School DxD. Animac, your opinions are great, and I've listened to every episode in a genius mad lad of my life. Just wow. Also, why is it a weekly podcast? I can't wait that long. My favorite review. The next one. Nux is OP. Okay, not really. But I love the podcast, especially when you have Tekking on. He should be the honorary 4th member.
Ah, yay.
Yeah.
And here he
is
is.
the honorary 4th member.
We need to sign
the
the
next one's
contract.
amazing.
Make it official.
The next one is 5 stars saying Nux sucks. Nah, he Gucci.
We talked about that last time.
Nux's socks are Gucci?
Yeah, something like that.
So we are caught up on the reviews. Thank you, guys. Definitely rate and review. Give us the 5 stars if you want to support the podcast.
Via
Anything
iTunes.
else we need to cover before we go, other than the fact that One Punch Man Season 2 is definitely still a must-watch?
No, yeah, I think we covered. Yeah, next one, it's good. We got Fubuki's jiggle physics. Yeah, I'm good. I'm set.
Perfect.
Someone's asking where they could review.
On iTunes.
This is on iTunes.
Okay.
You guys are getting to the big leagues now.
Yeah, we're getting over 5,000 now listens on like the different iTunes, Spotify platforms. So that's
a day.
Okay.
Or per
We're getting that
podcast?
much a day?
No, a week. Didn't I say a week?
No.
Yeah. No, I don't know what you said. I can't remember. But yeah.
I don't know. I don't check any of this stuff. It's all Animac. He checks all that stuff. Briggs does all the Twitch and YouTube stuff, and I'm just like kind of here. Like Aqua.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, that review is a good review, man.
Yeah, the fan base is truly my favorite cult of all time.
Do you mean the all day space fanboys?
That's just the all-round Rant Cafe fans.
Tekking, do you have a name for your fan base?
Okay, so years ago, I think we decided on Tech Nights because I'm a king, but I literally have only used that like twice.
Tech Nights,
But it sounds
guys, what's he talking about?
Well, allow me to propose.
cool. I have a T-shirt.
I know what I would call his fan base.
The Matt Paulers?
The Matt
Go for
Paulers.
it.
The Matt Paulers.
The Matt
I
Paulers.
thought you
Oh
were
my
gonna
God.
say. I actually thought you were gonna say like the cringe warriors or something. Not what I expected.
The Matt Paulers.
Nux, we were on the same wavelength.
Yes.
But yeah, let's not
For the
do
first
that.
time ever.
Yeah, it happens.
All right, thank you guys so much for hanging out and joining us again. We're back next week with another Rank Cafe episode. And until next time, see ya, Space Cowboys.
Bang.
Stay weird, fam.